All right, so 3, 2, 1. All right, all good enough.
There we go.
Okay.
That was a 6.
All right. All right, so this time I'll try to do an intro. Welcome to Digicord Radio episode 2. This time we have Tangelo on, and again it's me, Will Dill, and Edubs,
Yes.
the weed
Why,
man.
hello there.
Hello, Tangelo. What have?
Yeah.
Perfect. I wouldn't have it any other way, Tangelo. Okay, so wait, actually, how should we call you? Is it Tangelo? Is it Mr.Tangelo? Or is it Tang?
Either any is fine.
Okay.
I don't really have like a preference.
All right. And you're known here in Digicord as first of all, being one of the 2 mods. Somehow.
For some reason, I even though I literally I was like, "Hey, Dark, I'm totally cool with Will being a mod," and he was like,
I think Dark is scared of making me mod because
He's scared
he
of
knows.
the power.
It's
He
so
knows.
bizarre because I've always felt like you and Dark were like really good friends. So like,
I mean,
fact that you
we
have
are.
reasons to make you a mod is like, what?
Listen.
barely-
We are quite good friends. It's just that I think we have some fundamental disagreements on like a few things, especially when it comes to our chord or yard chord, right? and like that's the major disconnect there. I'm a big friend with Nyard and all those people over there, and he hates them.
I'm like, I like all those New York Court people. They're really cool, but at the same time, like I'm not like their crowd. You know what I mean? Like I know my boundaries.
Yeah.
I don't like
Listen.
go in there and be like, listen, it's me, Mr.Tangelo, the New York Court member.
It's funny because every time like you come up for any reason, it's always me and Miki who are like, well, hold on, Tangelo is like the coolest guy there is. But yeah, so yeah, you're mod, and you are also like kind of absent most of the time, and you're just like come in the chat,
I want to
drop
know
a meme.
that I do read backlogs. I'm there. I just don't post that much
That's
anymore.
based. I assume you post in other servers.
Yeah. I post in other servers all the time. I just don't post in Digicord that much. Oh fuck! I'm dying.
Why are you burping so much?
So most of the time when I do see you post, it's either just to like insert a meme in the conversation and then keep posting like reaction images with really funny text that come with it, or I receive a ping in the music chat and it's you who's recommended me a metal album or something.
That's
something
like
that you
my
might not
default. Okay.
something that you might not know about Tang, Will, is that he in Ohio Nation he runs the K-On! Boo, the music club. So
It's actually K-On! Guzik now.
yeah, it's K-On!
Can we-
Music now.
Listen, Will, I gotta get you on Guzik. You gotta listen to some Guzik.
Yeah, I wanna hear some Guzik. I don't know what the fuck it is, but
I'll send
sure.
you some Guzik, Rex. It's pretty sick.
Alright.
No, it's Guzik is like it's really funny because it's literally just posting like wide angle like fish lens pictures of anything, and then just saying Guzik, and then like when people come in and like people who like don't know what it is will come and be like, what the fuck is Guzik? I've never heard of this. What's Guzik? And we'll be like, bro, it's Guzik. It's not anything. There's no such thing as Guzik.
Amazing.
Alright, so it's just a meme. It's like a fucking Pepsi meme where she just repeats the same thing over and over again, and that's the only thing you can say, right? Like dude.
Dude.
I love infectious memes. Like
Yeah.
like saying based or like saying sneed or whatever. It's so like
Yeah.
you say it
Or
ironically
poggers.
and then you say it like post ironically and then it's just like a disease. Like you never
Yeah, and then it's just part of your vocabulary from then on.
Lydia mentioned something about how like she said, Tangelo has his trick where he says based after everything, so he doesn't have to like come up with something to say. It's like, no, you don't understand. This is an involuntary response. I can't control it.
Yeah, it do be like that. So yeah, I guess it's 2021 now.
It is 2021.
the year of the cow,
Yay.
if I can judge by all the fat anime titties fan arts I'm seeing everywhere.
Shout out to the just general Digicord universe between Digicord and Nerdcord / Rcord, and all that other stuff. Cause yeah, everybody partied. Fucking Pepsu showed up in the Digicord voice chat. He was popping off. He was super drunk. He apparently walked out into a fucking blizzard to go to the liquor store and then come back, and then he was laying on the ground talking into his microphone because he was so drunk. So it was a good time.
Oh, it was a really good time.
I'm so fucking mad I missed that because I was so hyped for this New Year's, and then my fucking boss says, "Hey, it's gonna snow tomorrow. You need to come in at 7 in the morning." It's what the fuckity fuck. So I fell asleep at 6 p.m.
Oh, that's really unfortunate because it was really fun just switching between voice chats from Digicord and Rcord and being really dumb and drunk.
See, it was everyone had a fucking good time, and I'm just fucking napping.
Okay, so we're all in the voice chat, and Ghost starts playing GeoGuessr, and then my other French Canadian who's in Digicord friend, he joins the voice chat, and we're like, oh shit, okay, we got 2 French Canadians in here, so Ghost, just hop in GeoGuessr and do a Montreal map. Just go on Montreal, we'll guide you, and then we made him have a perfect score.
Which actually, I meant to ask you, do they? So you live in French Canada? I fucked that up.
Yeah.
Do they play French cartoons there?
Yeah. French.
Really?
French cartoons, and we also have our own Quebecois cartoons, of course.
That's fucking cool. Do they? Do you guys have you seen Last Man?
The Last Man?
No, not The Last Man. It's just called Last Man. It's a French cartoon by. It's a pretty new studio, and I tried to shill it in Digicord.
You know what?
Oh yeah. I think I remember the thing that was really bloody.
That might have been it.
Is that is it a French cartoon?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I think I heard about this shit on 4chan. I think they liked it for some reason.
See,
yeah, I made everyone in Ohio watch it, and it was very positive response. It's a good show.
I'm sure it is. If you talk about cartoons, I'm not going to know anything past 10 years in my life, in the past 10 years. No, I don't know what Last Man is.
Yeah, I didn't grow up with Nickelodeon, but Cartoon Network took a really hard direction that I just didn't vibe with pretty much as soon as I got into high school. So.
Oh my yeah, around 2009 when they lost a lot of money. So what happened was that Adult Swim did this advertisement thing for the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie, and it was in Boston, and they thought it was a bomb because it was just after the Boston bombing, I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so what ended up happening was they got sued, Adult Swim had to pay a huge fucking fine, or they got sued or some shit like that. So they lost Cartoon Network and Adult Swim lost a fuckload of money. So that's when they started making all those live action shows Destroy, Build, Destroy and whatever. It was literally just that they had no fucking money for animation.
That is so sad.
As far as I know, it's pretty sad. Yeah.
All right. Well, I plan on talking about this New Year event a little bit more tomorrow with Miki, because Miki wants to do another episode tomorrow, and so
I wish Miki could have been on the episode with me. I love my boy Miki.
Yeah, Miki's great, but yeah, I want to talk about the New Year's in that episode because he was completely blacked out, and
he said he didn't remember anything from 8 p.m. to 11.
Yeah, and I was there for the things he didn't remember. That's why I want to save it.
Dude, he was so fucking shit-faced. The last time that I saw someone that shit-faced was my fucking aunt after she played what was it? The booze pong? No, the booze pong. I forgot what it's called. on the table or whatever.
Yeah, beer
fucking-
pong.
Beer pong. Yeah, beer pong. Yeah, we had to drag her
Yeah.
like into the house. Like, yeah, that's the last thing that I remember seeing someone that drunk. Dude, Miki was fucking gone, bro.
Unironically, describe being drunk to me. I have never been drunk.
You've never been drunk
I don't drink, dog.
at all?
Nah.
That's crazy. That's really crazy.
Listen,
Being drunk
it is
is-
paid off immensely.
In what sense?
Being drunk is just having
Oh.
more fun. That's it. You might get a little bit dizzy when you try to get up and do things, but other than
I
that,
don't
it's just you get more sociable. You laugh at more things, and you do more jokes. And
I've just never like. I've never like done any drugs because I don't like the idea of having my mental state altered by like outside like inhibitors or whatever. You know, it kind of like freaks me out. But also at the same time, like people will be like, "Oh, well, you know, you get better social skills," and it's like, man, I got good social skills already. I don't need to drink.
Yeah,
That's how I see it.
listen, that's not an unfair thing, but
it makes me feel
also-
comfortable.
also, yeah, don't worry, Will. But also, I mean, it's not as bad as it sounds. Like it's not as like spooky as it sounds. Like I can promise you, it's a lot more just like chill and
Sure.
and manageable than you would probably think it is.
I mean, Edubs would know he
at this
is
point-
breeding weeds 24/7.
Yeah. I managed to like be a functional adult, and I'm constantly just so
Right.
it's fine.
So, yeah, like, I'm not saying it's like, oh, I'm gonna destroy my life, but I don't know. It's autism. At this point, it's almost like I just don't want to break my streak, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But
You
yeah,
could be
okay.
that guy.
So Tangelo, you're old. You've been in Digicord for years and years, like 2017, right? Or
I'm not old yet. I'm 24. No.
well, you're older
Yeah.
than both of us. Okay, but 2017. So what's the climate back then? Or like what's going on?
Digi posted a lot more, and it was basically just fucking kind of. It was a lot of like feeling each other out, like getting to know each other. Like, hey, what's your favorite anime? Haha, like that kind of
Right.
that kind of atmosphere. And then like, and even back then, like even from day one, we still had like crazies like the only reason that Ohio Nation formed was because of that person, like student of Ethereum, I think it was.
Student,
like-
I've heard the name.
Yeah, and we would just argue with her constantly every single day, and like she was so aggressive, and I think she's mellowed out a lot, and I never had like that big of a problem with her because like there was a point in time where I was supposed to do a podcast with her where we talked about like Rave Master, I think. That never happened because we all left before that happened, but yeah, I mean it's honestly not that it was honestly not that different from now. The only difference is that like with Digicord now, there's like so much like established history and culture. We all kind of know each other already, but
Right.
like this the whole dichotomy of like chill nerds and like completely psycho people mingling together is like there's nothing new. It's like day one stuff.
Okay. See, I think one thing I find really cool, and I think a lot of people will agree with me, is that Digicord has really like a history and lore, and it's like even when people like me and Edubs joined in mid to late 2019, and we still get to learn about all of that and all those people that were here before us, because like everyone has impacted the server in one way or another, and everyone remembers everyone else. It's like, oh yeah, student, that was a crazy person, or Hollow, oh shit, that.
Or like
Yeah.
who's that other one? Star Fox or something?
I don't know.
It's like
Fluxer?
someone. It was like someone who. No, not Fluxer Cry. Speaking of Fluxer Cry, man, I miss my boy Fluxer Cry. Everyone shits on Fluxer Cry, but like that guy, I did not have a problem with Fluxer Cry. He was cool. I like people would just like kind of like aggravate the shit out of him. And yeah, granted it was easy, but still, I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah. When I joined Digicord, that's like one of the first person I saw go really really crazy.
Yeah,
Fluxer.
I mean, Fluxer has like a short fuse, but like he's a nice guy if you don't poke at him, you know.
It's really funny that you
It, wa-
mentioned
it,
Fluxer Cry, because my experience with Flux was because he left shortly after I joined, but like the little bit that I was there, because every now and then, like I'll just go back and I'll just read old Discord messages because it's just like nostalgic in a way. And I went back and I was reading some of the like first conversations I had, and I just remembered, especially in political discussion, Fluxer was like it seemed like he had been there a minute, and it seemed like everyone was pissing him off, and he didn't trust anybody. So whenever I would say something, he would be like weirdly aggressive about it, and it
Yeah.
was like he expected me to be like an asshole, but I was just there. I was like, oh god, I don't know anybody, and he just would be like really aggressive and weird with me, and then he like left. So I basically never got to interact with him in a positive way. So I don't know.
See, so
Any
Yeah, like it really.
what happened with Flexer and why he left ultimately was because of the whole autism chart thing that DGN made.
Yeah, and
The
alright, so
autism
Fluxer is like
levels.
really sensitive about autism, and
Yeah.
like the fact that Digi like kind of glorified it with his whole or her whole autism
Yeah,
like
it was
tirade. It's like
honestly it was really dumb. It was really fucking dumb. But like,
yeah,
and I understand Fluxer's point of view like a lot. But there's this really funny meme of like that Clayton likes to post of like, uh, I think Fluxer goes like, oh, fuck, what is it? Is it like is like, well, nobody's gonna say retard or something, and then everyone just says it, or I don't remember. Clayton, you gotta post it. He's not here. Hold on.
I think I remember that.
Here, we'll edit this out. Wait, what?
Since we're cutting this out, Digicord is funded by Elon Musk, and we do answer to him.
No, yeah. Elon Musk is a
The
gay
secret, the secret
retard.
Digicord
We hate him.
Illuminati is all powerful, and they are
We-
watching.
We're, let's just use all the slurs that people don't want us to use. Okay, so Elon Musk is a gay, a retard, and
Wait! Is
an
gay a
N-word.
slur now?
Is
Look,
Elon- is he
I've
also-
encountered many dislike by Sunday of me using the word gay as like a dumb insult. And yeah, I mean it's kind of true. It's dumb, but I mean it's not faggot, right? But
Jesus
Oh
Christ!
yeah!
Hey, what the fuck?
so
Let's go! Let's fucking go,
All right,
baby!
well, I guess we got some kind of blooper reel now. Whatever, that's cool.
This-
We got B-roll.
Yo, don't cut out my burps. That's like the
it's
that's
the-
fucking primo
All right.
Tangelo.
All right. Anyway, the point is, Will, you can't like ask somebody and wait for something in the middle of a podcast, bro. We just put it in post.
I know.
One day
Look,
I'm
if he
gonna make like
responds,
a.
if he
gonna get-
responds, I will post it, and I'll be able to talk about it in more details.
I'm gonna get every Tangelo podcast on on download, and then I'm gonna make like a Tangelo burp supercut. Because I do it on every podcast. It's
So-
just-
So okay, listen. You told us that Ohio Nation was created because of student.
Wait,
But what
wait,
had
are we,
what had
wait, are we
student
going?
made?
Are we going back to live mode now? Is that the deal? Is that what we're doing?
I mean, yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
no, don't cut any of that out. You better not.
No,
Okay,
I'm not.
man.
Wait, no, not like this. All right, fine. I object, but I'm outnumbered.
But anyway, well, I say it's because of student, but it's really because of Digi. Because what happened was that we were all like fighting with simultaneously we were all fighting with student, and Digi said something along the lines of like if you guys want to have your own clique or your own like space, then go somewhere else. And Wada assumed that he meant like the like like all of us, like all the people who were posting together and all that. So Wada said, okay, so we fucked off and invited a bunch of people, and then the server was literally like postless, dead for like a month. And
until all the Nyarkord people joined, and then they also left.
yeah, it's a staple. Anyway, but what's funny about it is what ended up happening is, like, I think over a year later, Digi like was talking to Wada about it, and it turns out like what she actually meant was she was trying to get student to leave and not us. So
Rip. Well, that's unfortunate, but
very much a Digi thing to do to cause a mass exodus over a misunderstanding.
Yeah. Oh god,
I mean,
my screen went dead.
I mean,
Hello, other.
the only reason why the server was so like belligerent for so long was because Digi was here. But now that she has left, it's a lot chiller and a lot less.
Well,
It's a lot more stagnant. Of course, we don't have the open invite things, and it's not public. We don't have a paywall either, but still.
we can have a paywall.
I mean, we've been
You know what I'm saying?
we've been getting like
Yeah, content people.
yeah
Oh, yeah.
we're feeding off the content server
So
for our
content is
lives.
what I'm just assuming right now is that content as it is now is like old Digicord.
Yeah. I said this somewhere else, but I love how like Digicord is constantly like ugh, fucking content server because like it's like we're a fucking ex-girlfriend or something, and like content is the new girlfriend.
It's exactly how it is.
Shout out to Eyeballwart and wait, who
And
else?
Pit.
Yeah, and Pit. Wait, Pit?
Yeah.
Dude, Pit is based low key.
Yeah.
He's been doing better.
All right, listen. As I mentioned briefly in the other episode, there is this really like consistent thing with people who had joined Digicord in like the year and a half, more than year and a half that I have joined, where people slowly graduate away from Digi, and so of course at one point it was so evident and so clear that nobody was in the server for her anymore that she literally left, and yeah.
I find that I've always found it interesting that like Digi got so alienated from her own community because
Mhm.
like I don't know, it's like I can't imagine like having this sprawling community and not even wanting to be involved with it at all. Like,
I mean, but am I the
Yeah.
only?
just didn't care.
But hasn't that been like the history of her career? Like she
I
does
mean,
she
yeah, I
does a
guess.
thing and she gets really into that thing and she builds a community around that thing, and then she goes to do a different thing and everyone in the original community feels pissed off and betrayed.
Yeah,
See,
I mean, I don't know.
That's why I don't know. I don't know about everybody else as far as the Digi thing goes, but me personally, like I said, I've always liked Digi for the ideas. I understand that the person behind the ideas is not necessarily the most like consistent or reliable in any respect. So I don't have any expectations in that regard. Like the fact that Digi had a Discord at all that you could join and interact with was already kind of like surprising to me. So it's all been good for me. And even though the like split happened, like I was expecting something like that in the first place, so it didn't really hit me that hard.
Honestly,
it was funny.
so like anyone who ever like felt betrayed when Digi, because I don't want to say like betrayed, but like because I never felt that way.
I'm sure there are people who feel betrayed that she never did their rants.
Yeah, that's kind of a different it's kind of a different
Yeah.
situation. But
Oh my god, the fucking rants! I like
rant.
randomly remember the rants sometimes. I'm like, fucking Digi owes me $15.
Well, that was the beginning of the fucking downward spiral.
Well, yeah, honestly, I think part of it was literally just that she didn't want to do the rants, and she just was like, well, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm running away because we gave her shit about it like every single fucking day. That's another thing is that like I feel like Digi came to resent like Digicord specifically because she only reads like discussing Digi,
Yeah.
and like basically like all of discussing Digi was just, hey, Digi, your fucking new video was fucking garbage, you idiot, you absolute
Yeah,
buffoon.
I will say, this
Like
was
we shit on
something.
her a little too much.
This was something that
Maybe.
frustrated me very early on. Was like, okay, so just a disclaimer. I'm kind of trying to separate this from the rants thing. It's tangentially related XD. But like the rants thing, people paid money for it. It was a financial obligation that wasn't met, and people feel ripped off, and I totally understand that, and that's completely fair. Um, but as for like everything else, like with people just like constantly dogging on Digi and the discussing Digi, I was like, come on, dude. It's a little too negative. Like even if you do
No,
feel
no,
that way, like it's better to just not be that harsh about it. It just was
I
always way too harsh.
absolutely I absolutely agree because I remember like way back I was saying the same thing where I was like, you guys just shit on Digi every day in her own Discord.
Like it's so mean. Like
See,
even though like I said, I know Digi has issues. I've always liked her content, and I've always wanted her to succeed. And I don't think like her constantly just getting shit on in her Patreon Discord was like a good thing. That's just my opinion.
My opinion is I think Digi kind of like fucked herself in a way because like for a long time she set this precedent of I am a human content machine and I'm going to put out 4 videos every single month on the main channel and like 30 videos on After Dark, and like after a while it's like just like Devu and Digi said, like analysis is not like a analysis is not an endless well of things. Like there's only so many things a guy in his bedroom can say about everything. You know?
especially if they refuse to do any research on their own and only feed from
Yeah.
their own
Well.
mind.
Well, the point is that she set this precedent of like being this content machine that would put out stuff all the time, and I said this way back, but like, and then because then what happens is she doesn't make videos for like literally just 1 week. She would go without making videos back in the day, and people would unironically be like, her career's over, she fell off. Digi is fucking Digi's washed up hack.
That was a constant from like 2014 to 2019, where I was considering myself a DG fan. That was just a constant.
Yeah.
But yeah, and,
It's
you know,
so fucking. It's like a cycle. It's like every now and then Digi would like take a break for 2 weeks and people would be like, "Oh, she's fucking dead, dude. Digi is fucking. She's a hack. She's over."
Yeah, I would say that kind of like encompasses my take on Digi, where everything bad that happens to Digi is usually because of bad decisions that she's made, and it's totally her fault. I just feel like I just feel like the general consensus regarding Digi is just like way too severe. Like
Yeah.
it's not
okay.
nothing's ever
Here's
been that big of a
here's
deal.
something positive all of us and even our core people will agree with, and it's that Plebe and the Weeb is by far the peak. Mostly because of endless jazz, but let's not get into that.
I see. I don't consider Believe in the Weeb Digi content though. Digi is in it, yeah, but
I would consider it
I mean
Digi
I love
content.
Believe.
It's not the full essence of Digi content. I feel like something like like Crypto Miku podcast would be something that would be like that, or something else along those lines. But
God, when the fuck I wish Crypto Miku podcast would come back. I
I need to
I
rewatch that
fucking love
podcast. It was
that
amazing.
podcast. Like everyone agrees. It's like I don't know why she didn't do more like podcasts with Don Jolly. Like, and she mentioned something along the lines of like, well, I don't want your audience to just become entirely comprised of Digi fans, and I get that, but like,
I know that we
And-
keep
come
going
on,
on
give me
tangents.
more.
I know that we keep going on tangents, but like I hate to do this, but dude, Don Jolly is so fucking based. Don Jolly was talking about
Hold on.
coronavirus in like late 2019 before I heard about it from anybody else, dude. That guy's a fucking journalist and like a
Listen-
Dude,
content.
Don
Listen.
Jolly is like such a Chad.
Listen, I'm glad we don't have any like purist, our chord purist on right now, because most of their alienation with Digi comes from the people with which he associated with, aka
Wait, they hate Don
people,
Jolly?
aka people mostly May, mostly May, which they all consider to be right wing and and a reactionary. But yeah,
Yeah,
um,
but I don't know. I've always enjoyed May. I don't think she's like super bad or
I don't
anything.
think I don't think May's malicious at all. That's the main thing with May is that I don't think May is malicious in any sense. I think that the political thing, I would definitely agree with them in that respect. That I think Digi got into too many of those rabbit holes. But I mean, hey, fucking so many people did. 2016 was fucking crazy. I mean, people are still fucking mind fucked by it, and like it's not something that I'm gonna just because Digi's politics are fucking whack and don't necessarily agree with mine. I mean, like it's not that big of a deal to me. I mean, I can understand it though. I mean, I guess I can understand being like really upset by it though. So
yeah. And there's a clear correlation with me getting more and more left wing, and less a fan of Digi,
yeah,
right? I mean, not to go too deep into that analysis thing here, but yeah, I feel like that's a reality. But I don't really want to talk about it right now.
yeah, that's fair.
I guess we can talk about Proto Man again, because Tangelo is a big Proto Man guy as well.
Is Don Jolly a
Proto
proto
Man is so fucking based. Okay, like
Are we gonna talk about it every single episode?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
all right. We're gonna. All right, I'm gonna say this right now. Every single Digicord radio episode shall, from henceforth, start with the guest giving the Proto Man a rating.
Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah.
matter if they've heard
Listen,
it or not. They still
it's
have to
actually
rate.
going to happen. You know why? Because I have a group listen of Proto Man planned with Nyard in like the next days, and he's never heard of it, and he's gonna come on the podcast after that, and he'll get interrogated about it
Wait, he's on ours or somebody else's?
on ours.
Dude, he's gonna
Make
come on
sure,
ours after Proto Men?
Yeah.
That's hype as
Make,
fuck. Oh my
make
god.
sure you guys have like the what's it called, the lyric sheet tabbed open, because I don't know, you probably know this, Will, but like for those who don't know, there's actual like in a lot of the scenes there's like narration in the lyric sheet that like isn't in the song. Like, you have to
Yeah,
read
I've
it
seen
as
that
it goes.
before. I've seen that before.
I
pretty
see.
cool.
For the longest time with Proto Man, I was just like listening to it, and I kind of made my own story with it. And then I finally read all the lyrics and all the story bits that come with the lyrics, and I was like, well, this is basically what I had in my head, so that's cool. But there was like some clarifications and like some revelations that I got, and like some words that I could understood better, because I could not understand like finish what I started, the fight of Proto Man, right? What he started, the fight of Proto Man. I
Yeah.
always thought he said the final Proto Man before I checked the lyrics, which doesn't make sense, but like I'm French, like
I think
stupid.
I think I don't know. I think Proto Men being music and not anything else. I think it's a really good thing because like I feel like everybody is like that with Proto Men. Like they have a different, like essentially like a movie in their mind for like what Proto Men is, like a personal version. I think that's like super cool. I think it being like kind of vague on some of the
Yeah, of course, yeah.
elements. I think it's like
Just the
super
thing,
sick
just the
aspect.
fact that you can make your own interpretation of everything is
Yeah.
based as fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, like even
I mean,
even
it itself is a weird interpretation of Mega Man.
right.
Yeah.
But like even in a song like The Fall, which comes after Light Up the Night and before Here Comes the Arm, so at the end of Act 2, it's just a choir like singing massive opera lyrics, but there's actually lyrics. Like it's not just them screaming, and the lyrics are really fucking cool.
God, I'm so fucking excited for Proto Man 3. When the fuck is it coming
When?
out?
Literally when?
Three's
They dropped a single, but I refuse to
They
listen to it
dropped
because I know
2
it's gonna be like
singles.
what a yeah.
Wait,
yeah, I
no,
know it's
listen to
gonna be like,
them. Tang, you have to listen to them at some point. They're Hold Back the
or
Night.
when the album drops.
No, Hold Back the Night's like pretty solid, but
The City Man.
yeah, that song is okay. True.
Literally perfect.
True. They go kind of Dragonforce on it. It's pretty.
I can't wait for like the whole end of the
Going
story.
Dragonforce is gonna be a term I use from now
Well,
on.
not like musically, but lyrically very
Nah.
much so.
I know what you meant. It's just that like that's just like a fucking awesome term.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yeah. Like this Kanye went fucking Dragonforce.
Kanye went Dragonforce.
Okay, so all right.
Well, why do you want to do it, G-Ran? I've gone Dragonforce.
Let me just go Dragonforce on your ass. All right. So
Speaking of concept albums, Will, I swear in Operation Minecraft.
Operation
Minecraft.
When you tagged me with that, I was like, hold on. Operation Minecraft. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. But yeah,
like,
you're
I
totally right.
can't-
The I Am a Stranger is a fucking banger. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, so fucking good.
So, going away from music here, I'm sure we'll loop back around to it, but this is the first time we ever make a podcast together, Tangelo, but we have both been on Miki's podcast about anime, of course. You were on the episode about Giant Robo and Thunderbolt Fantasy, but you did a real big dumb moment, and instead of watching Giant Robo, you watched like the first 8 episodes of Giant Gorg. Okay, so I've watched Giant Gorg. Like when I joined Digicord, it was like one of the first anime that Dark recommended to me. It's like, yeah, just watch Giant Gorg. Apparently, he recommends that to everyone on the other server. But but I did, and it was really fucking good, obviously. But
all right, but it
now
totally is like literally just Johnny Quest with mechs, right?
Basically, it has a really fucking based ending, though. But I don't want to get into it now because I want you to fucking watch Giant Gorg, and then we can both go on Miki's podcast and talk about it there.
I literally have it on Blu-ray or like DVD or something, but like I just haven't watched it for like no reason.
Is there Blu-rays for Giant Gorg? That would be.
Well, I mean I have a DVD, so maybe there's a Blu-ray.
Okay. Well, Giant Gorg is based as fuck. If anyone hasn't seen it, watch it. Yeah, there is a Blu-ray by Discotek. Of course, it's always Discotek.
I fucking loved Japan's interpretation of America in the first episode. Oh no!
Yeah, and then when they go to fucking California and shit too. Yeah, it's quite good. So yeah, watch Giant Gorg, and then we'll go on Miki's podcast and talk about it. And like Miki's gonna report the podcast for like 3 months because that's what he does. It's, unlike us who are like
he's gonna lose the podcast again.
He's gonna delete the first 7 episodes. Oh god.
Miki is clearly a perfectionist and only puts out the absolute highest quality content of the stuff he records.
Yep. We were supposed to record the Symphogear GX podcast like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago. Now it's next week, apparently. Next weekend.
We're gonna have a Giant Gorg episode. We all have to watch it first, though.
Yeah.
Where the hell is I was asking Miki, but like I want to know where the hell Zeros went, because like he was supposed to be on like every episode of that podcast, and he just kind of poofed.
Yeah,
Don't make me say it. I love my boy.
according to Miki, he's a big Symphogear guy as well, so he could have been on, but I don't know. I don't know. Um,
Can we talk about how I'm a food terrorist and I hate everything
oh
that
yeah,
you
we
like?
definitely can.
Oh my
yeah.
God,
Spicy
you fucking
foods
bitch.
are fucking garbage.
You're
I
a
will
fucking
not be defeated.
Oh, hold on, seafoods.
Seafoods.
Seafoods are basically garbage. You're right.
What? Oh wait, did I say seafoods?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I meant spicy foods.
Oh, you meant
Seafood's not
spicy
that great.
foods. Okay,
Yeah,
no.
spicy food is fucking garbage.
You're fucking garbage, you piece of shit.
Motherfucker, I will end spice.
Listen,
No.
I'm gonna become president and I'm gonna outlaw spice.
Look,
I will
listen,
force
we-
feed you fucking tikka masala until you like it, you bitch.
we were
More like-
we were all Digi fans at one point in our lives, to one degree or another. So I assume you both know the biggest problem in the universe podcast.
Alright, I listened to some Biggest Problem, and like, I feel like regardless of what my preconceived notions of Maddox would be, I wouldn't be able to fucking stand him. Like, because I started listening to the Dick Show first.
Okay, but
And then
I don't want to get into the fucking drama of that. Okay.
Well, no, I wasn't getting into the drama. I was just gonna say that like Maddox is so fucking annoying, and I can't stand him.
I mean, it's
I don't
true.
know how anyone-
It's true. But listen, when like the 30-something episodes of that podcast I had listened to, the biggest problem that they ever came up with in those episodes, and at the time was at the top of the ranking, was people who don't eat spicy foods. Tangelo, that's you.
Yeah, bring it on. I'll fucking wait. Who brought it up?
I think it was. I think it was Dick. That's a very Dick problem, right?
Nah, fuck you, Dick. You don't know shit. You don't know fucking shit.
No. So apparently there's some
Tang,
scientific
your
studies.
endorphins are weak and pathetic. And
Apparently
My
there's-
endorphins are so fucking powerful that they overpower spice. They are literally useless to me. I don't need them. Like seriously, what the fuck is that? Like they just ruin the taste of everything. It tastes like shit.
I don't know
It's-
what the fuck you're talking about.
Tang, just
Ah!
your genes.
There's some studies that like people who don't eat spicy food are just not based. They're cringe. That's literally like the
It's
scientific
true.
studies.
That's true.
You read the fuck-
Scientifically proven.
Yeah,
It's been debunked.
Yeah. That's just how it is. I'm sorry. Like
I do. I mean,
it doesn't matter,
I can't
Tangelo. If you're the
really, like-
coolest guy ever, if you don't eat spicy food, you cannot be based scientifically.
I'm really not one to talk with like food because I have like a really bizarre and like utilitarian food palette where like I kind of like things that like because I'm more worried about texture in my food than I am with taste, and so like in regards to like taste, I actually like don't really care for like things that have like an intense flavor or whatever I eat like a lot of my meat really dry and
Salt and pepper.
like like I eat when I like make ramen noodles, like I don't add the flavor packet or anything.
What?
So it's literally just
What
like,
the
noodles.
fuck?
What?
And I eat frozen waffles with nothing on them. Like I just kind of have like really weird fucking like bizarre food habits. But
That's crazy.
Or no, but what's nice about it though is because I'm actually like I'm really into like fitness and nutrition and stuff to a pretty high degree. So what's nice about it is that like I can eat the same like 3 foods every single day and be completely okay with it. Like people find it strange that I only eat like rice, eggs, and pork every
You
single
can
fucking
be
day.
into fitness and still eat good food. Fucking Michael Phelps has 1 million Olympic medals, and that guy's out there eating like
No.
salmon and all kinds of other shit.
All right, I agree, but like, what I'm saying is that like, I can choose a couple of healthy foods that I genuinely like, and like just eat those forever without having to change up my food palettes. Like I won't be like, man, I really need some fucking I really need some fucking spaghetti today, bro. Even though, actually, spaghetti is my favorite food, though. I love spaghetti, but just an example. But it's, yeah. So whenever I have, like, a food opinion, like, it is my opinion, but, like, now you know, is that, like, I just have a fucking, like, bizarre take on food.
Yeah, yeah. So I think, listen, I'll take your music recommendations very seriously. I will take every opinion you have on food. Uh, in the trash, it goes.
That's the Canadian.
Understandable.
What do you mean? Says the Canadian. Have you ever tasted Canadian cuisine?
I'm just saying mayonnaise on French fries isn't exactly my idea of like
That's
a
a
fucking
French
master race.
Not a Canadian thing. That's a French thing.
It's
Listen,
you're French
I went
Canadian.
to-
Don't you eat mayonnaise on your fries?
I'm not French, okay? There's a very distinct difference.
Will, answer the question.
Between-
Do you eat mayonnaise with your fries? Yes or no?
Rarely.
Yeah, listen, it should be never, you fucking weirdo.
Listen.
Listen. I'm about to end Will's whole career, okay? Bagged milk. That's all I gotta say. You guys
God,
are degenerates.
fucking
you guys
destroy
are
it.
disgusting.
Fucking
Bag
destroy.
milk is fucking based. It's like a fucking titty you can suck.
No, guys, it's more efficiently packed. No,
It's
no,
true.
no. It's disgusting. It's a fucking
You know,
unhinged,
I-
crazy contraption, and I don't like it.
See, this is a big meme about Canada. It's bagged milk. I've heard really recently that bagged milk in Canada is really just an Ontario and Quebec thing, and anywhere else in Canada, they don't have bagged milk. Which obviously Ontario and Quebec make up more than half the population, but still.
I've actually been to Canada, and like, there's this really infamous pic of like an Ohio meetup, and we're at a grocery store, and I'm like holding a picture of bagged milk, and I just look like completely dumbfounded, like I've just discovered the universe or something. And then you got Pondinator like half in the frame, like kind of
Dude.
zoning out. It's so
Li-
fucking
listen,
cursed.
speaking of being completely dumbfounded by something Canadian, can we talk about Alberta?
Yes,
What are-
we
the
can
no
talk
rat zone.
about
What is up with this, like,
Alberta.
fucking-
Let's talk about Alberta, Will. Even though I'm
Yeah,
sure anybody listening
okay,
already
so
is
listen.
aware of the Alberta thing.
I mean, I'm sure they are, but let's
I
talk
am
about
not
it because
entirely aware of the
it's
Alberta
really
thing.
fucking funny. Holy shit! All right, so I was just like in the shower, like talking to Pepsu, like he was like doing his usual kill all wasps friend, with the wasp spray, like feel the power of the human race.
To
And then he was
clarify,
like-
you do mean over text, not over voice chat, correct?
Over text.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
and then the conversation moved on to rats, which are obviously another type of pest. And he was like, "Dude, have you heard of the country that like deleted rats?" I was like, "No." And then he pulls up the map of the world map of where rats live, and the entire map except the North Pole and Antarctica is in red, and also a huge rectangle in the middle of Canada. Fucking Alberta is a no rat zone. They have genocided all of the fucking rats there.
Alberta fucking went ham. They went full fucking Third Reich on the rats, and they're completely gone.
and
Holy shit.
and we were like losing our fucking shit. Like everyone who was in the chat at the time, we kept digging up more and more information about it because we couldn't believe it. Right? It's like, why the fuck Alberta has no? Why the fuck do they kill like the rats? Like obviously Alberta.
Yeah, they have
has
like
been-
that fucking rat propaganda.
Yeah, anti-rat propaganda. Like if you see a rat, kill on sight.
We may or may not put it on screen. It's super funny.
Or like,
Um,
yeah, and they have like rat patrols. Like, if you can't have a pet rat, if you have a pet rat, police gonna come in your house, take it by the fucking tail, and smash it on the ground or some shit.
They will fucking come into your house and kill your rat. Fuck your rat. It's dead.
Sometime I want to do like a down the rabbit hole style video on like the history of like weird governmental treatment or
Yeah.
like handling of like environments and animals, because like there's that other one where it was like I think it was in China where they had like a swarm of locusts, so they like sent a bunch of they like released an army of fucking geese to kill them or something like that.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
what?
Yeah, I remember that one. I saw a
Yeah,
video of that
yeah.
one.
Or like fucking like how like that one country has like monkeys that just roam around all the time. And after the lockdown, nobody like would feed them, so they went like fucking ape shit and destroyed everything.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
or the Australian emu war.
Oh yeah, the emu war. I forgot about that one.
That's a classic.
Holy moly.
But yeah.
Yeah, like that's like that's there's probably so many good ones that like people don't know about.
Yeah. Like Alberta, I didn't know about that, and I'm fucking Canadian, right? Of course, obviously, as I've said, I'm like the furthest away type of Canadian you can be from an Albertan, which in my head, for all my life, I've always seen them as the rednecks, oil people, and like wheat farming people, which they are. But this new discovery about the fact that Alberta is rat-free completely shifted my entire worldview on Alberta. It's like, this is not the wheat and oil province anymore. This is the no rat zone, and it's fucking mind-boggling. Like I understand the rationale behind it. Like the rats are going to eat the fucking fields, but to the point where there's no rats, what the fuck?
I mean, how do they even like how do they maintain it? Like, surely rats like
They have
Apparently,
rat
apparently they
patrols.
spend a bunch of fucking money on it. That's how they do it.
Yeah.
fascinating.
They take a giant portion of their budget and they just go fuck rats.
Oh, that's so base.
It's really
I wish more places would do that. I fucking hate like
Yeah.
mice and rats.
like some
Can't
really
stand 'em.
specific stupid law that like kind of makes sense in context, but like when you look at it in vacuum, it's like, what? Oh shit.
Man. Canada is wild.
Oh, and
Canadian.
also, isn't it true that like they decided to do it in like in 1950, and then like literally the next year in 1951 they were like, the rats are gone. They just had a
Yeah.
fucking field day. They just had 1 year where they were just out fucking completely genociding like
Well,
a
the
million
rats reached Alberta in
All right, but
1950.
here's the thing though. Like think about it, right? Like how many people do you know per year that get like infested by like some kind of pest? And you realize, well, if Alberta can exterminate literally all rats in their area in like under a year, it's like, well, why don't more places do it? I mean, I
Well,
get it's for like ecosystems
See,
and shit, but like,
here's why. It's because rats reached Alberta the same year they established the law, so there weren't many rats yet. They had to walk all the way from fucking Nova Scotia to Alberta, which is more than half the continent. So yeah, it took them a while to get to fucking Alberta, and I'm sure, of
That
course,
makes
by
sense.
that point, like New
Well, I'm
York's
sure they didn't- I'm sure they
subways,
didn't
New
walk
York's
there.
fucking sewer system was
I feel like this
full
is
of a billion rats. But yeah,
I feel like this is almost kind of like another weird tangent, but when I moved
no, go on as many tangents as possible. Those are the best podcasts.
when I moved into my new apartment, I think it would have been like 2.5 or like 3 years ago or somewhere in that ballpark. My because it's my girlfriend and our mutual friend, and because she was living with her parents and her parents lived in kind of like a rural area, so she had these boxes that she brought in from the garage, of the house that she was living in with her parents, and so for probably about the first few months that we lived there, and I remember the first time I saw it because it like really like was like really weird. I got up in the middle of the night and I went to go like grab a glass of water or something like that, and I kind of see like this like weird like big like black smudge on my wall, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's kind of weird. And then so like I go to look at it because it's like the corner of my eye, so I can't tell what it is. And then when I look at it, it must be like at least like an inch and a half. It's like a fucking centipede, and it's just like on my wall, just chilling.
Oh fuck.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Because like most insects that you get in places are like, I mean, roaches are pretty spooky. I've been poor before, so I've lived in houses that have had roaches. And there's some other ones, but most of them are not that big at all. Like even like maybe wolf spiders are pretty big, but other than that, you don't really see big insects just in a house. So like just seeing like a big centipede in my nice new apartment, it was really weird. And for a few months we would just see them. And actually, the funny thing about that is because even though they look really big and weird and gross, because I read more about it later, house centipedes are actually super based to just have around the house. Um, because the thing is that they're like spiders, where literally they're not going to destroy any of your shit or fuck any of it up. They're just going to go kill shit. And unlike spiders, they don't even leave webs or shit around, so they don't even get anything dirty. They just go and kill shit. They're like bug assassins just in your house, and they don't fuck anything up.
They're probably better at it too.
Yeah. So
Because spiders are fucking retarded. Like they can't. They have like really bad eyesight apparently. Like, and they won't even see you like 2 feet in front of you.
yeah, but I haven't seen any for a while. But yeah, that was a really weird thing for the first few months. You would just randomly just see a big centipede somewhere.
They
So
they ate all the fucking bugs. That's why they're not here anymore.
yeah, yeah.
They moved away.
Yeah, I've seen like the occasional ant, and we had like a bed bug thing like one time, which I think was my workplace, because that fucking Dell office was fucking disgusting, and I swear to God I saw like 2 bed bugs while I was there. Um,
Ugh.
but yeah, so I think that was from my job because I had a backpack I was taking back and forth. So that wasn't even the apartment's fault. That was just my job's fault. But uh, so yeah, other than that, but yeah, just big black centipede on the wall, just randomly out of nowhere. Uh,
Let me
Bugs.
tell you about the spookiest pest of all time. So I'm in police academy. I went to, and this was like a long time ago. Not a police officer, but so I'm in police academy, and I'm just kind of like one day like I keep getting woken up because like I was like, what the fuck, like why does my ass itch so fucking so fucking
oh
horrible?
no.
So no, it's not bed bugs. It's not bed bugs. I promise you, it's even worse. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So like I go to like I was like, fuck, I gotta like dig in there. This is horrible. I dig in there and there's like a white wiggly thing on my finger. I was like, oh no, what the fuck? So I Google it and it's something called pinworm, which is literally like a worm that like lives that like buries itself in your ass. Like
What?
in your ass. Yeah. Like
Okay,
it's
hold on.
literally
Do you mean in your
like
cheeks or in the hole in
in the hole.
What?
Yeah,
what?
like they literally like they literally get in your asshole and then they wiggle around and make you like itch all the time.
Yeah, that's
And then like when you scratch it, like they're like eggs get under your fingernails and then they get more.
That's
Ew.
It's fucking like I was like oh my god, no!
that's
It was
horrible.
terrifying.
That's like that's like those rivers in South America where you're not supposed to pee into them because
Yeah,
yeah.
they fucking crawl up your pee stream.
No, stop. Stop.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I basically had like about the closest thing to botflies in my ween as you can get.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't think I've never had any disgusting encounters with any kind of pests or
Probably
bugs.
because it's too cold.
Oh no, actually, there's this one time where when I worked at Subway, where it's like I get in the shift, and this girl who's here before me is like, I need your help, and I'm like, what the fuck, and then she like has the trash can like bat fucking over something on the ground, and she lifts it up, and there's like a baby fucking rat or mice like squeaking, and like it's blind, it's like fucking dying. I'm like, and she's like, do something about that. And I was like, oh, come on.
Jesus Christ.
So I kind of just like put it in the trash and threw it out.
I have like many like sad experiences with mice because I work in waste collection, so like there's a lot of times where you'll just see like like a stray mouse that got stuck in a garbage can, and it gets in the truck, and you're like, no, wait, please, just hop on this shovel and I can fucking flip you out. Please get on the fucking shovel, you dumb idiot, and it won't do it. And you're like, fuck, I gotta crush him. I gotta kill him. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's like, and then there was this one time where there was literally a whole nest of baby mice, and they all got on the floor or on the ground, and it's literally brand new, they don't even have their fur or anything, and my coworker just fucking stomps all of them and right in front of me. It was horrifying. I was like, oh my god, dude, I know they're mice, but it's terrible.
Yeah, one thing I remember very vividly is my dad chopping a rat in two with his shovel, in the backyard. That was metal.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, enough about pests.
Yeah, enough about pests.
Unless we want to talk about Digicord pests,
no.
Like me.
No, like the one we keep in the basement.
Oh yeah, Howard.
Oh yeah, dude, I love my boy.
He wasn't always stuck in the basement though, and that's why it caused issue. That's the reason why I can now interact with Howard in a friendly manner. It's because he's stuck there.
Yeah.
When
the thing is that Howard is such an interesting character. I mean, I know that's such a duh kind of thing, but what I think was really interesting about Howard, more than any of his takes, is that behind all of it, he does genuinely seem like an alright guy. He just is a total fucking it's just his opinions that are.
But does he though? Does he really though?
I mean, yeah.
I think so. I think he comes off as a pretty alright.
I agree with that. Listen, I've had a lot of lengthy conversations with Howard recently, and then he started streaming, and I'm just I just hop in the stream, and I'm like, hey Howard, and he's like, oh hey Will, and it's he's friendly. He's just friendly.
Yeah,
he is a fascist, but he's friendly.
Yeah, you can have really pleasant conversations with him about anime and stuff, but then the moment you get into politics, he's like, oh yeah, the Jews, bro. It's oh shit.
Listen. See, I had asked Howard in late 2019 when he was still in the server about what was his opinion of Symphogear, because he rejoined the server. And of course, I was known as the Symphogear guy, and I still am. But that was the early parts of that. And then Howard joined the server, and everyone knew Howard. I didn't. I just had heard the story, and it was well, okay, listen. Everyone tells me you're cringe. Everyone tells me you're crazy and not to be listened or to talk to. I just want to know one thing, Howard. What's your opinion of Symphogear? And then he said, it's based. So I was like, okay. It's based. Then I somewhat went through my quote-unquote political awakening, where started leaning more and more to the left, of course. But of course I realized that Symphogear is also extremely left-leaning. And then I was like, but hold on. Then why does Howard think it's based? And it's there's a huge disconnect there. And so me and Yard got really curious about it. And so we are currently making Howard watch it. And he is loving it. He hasn't gotten into any of the politics yet, though.
Well, that's the thing, is that, I think, especially in regards to, political interpretations of art, that, people just kind of see what they want to see sometimes. You could get, there's a lot of shows where you could extrapolate any kind of political ideology from it,
Right. I'm sure 50% of Attack on Titan stans are actual fascists.
It's you could just you could probably say that bro, One Piece is epic, fascist, and base pilled, bro. The fishmen are white people and everyone else is Jews or some shit like that. You could confangle anything if you really wanted to.
I mean, there's yeah, it's true. But there are some shows that are very like explicitly political about certain aspects of their
Oh, sure,
teams,
sure. I
and
mean, like,
Symphogear is
like,
one of them.
yeah. I mean, like, I mean, even in that regard, like, you know, people could still just see what they want. I find it like really, I find this like aspect of art really interesting that like you can just have completely different reads on the same thing, just because it's like, just because like the read of it feeds more into like what you value. Like I just had a discussion with Banana today actually about the interpretation of Tetsuo the Iron Man, which is a Japanese body horror film, and I had this takeaway that it was about like the industrialization of society and its effects on the human psyche, and by extension its effects on society as a whole and communities or whatever.
Oh hey, I just
And
did
she,
a huge fucking thing about Violet Evergarden, right? Just about that. If you want to term about to name that, it would be the technological condition,
yeah, something like
if that makes sense. Yeah. But, yeah,
And
go
you know,
ahead.
Banana had this interpretation that it was about like repressed homosexuality, and I thought that was like really interesting. Like I was like, wow, that's like so far off in the weeds from like,
Yeah.
where I was. So
See, okay, here's something, right? I I'm genuinely like really interested when someone has a take that's different from mine, and I usually have like a very firm idea of what I think something is, but then when someone comes in with like, well, here's what I think, and I'm like, huh, like I never find myself like disagreeing with what they say when it makes sense, like unless it goes like completely against the text in the show, right? Um, and it's like, well, yeah, multiple interpretations of the same story is based, and it should happen. And yeah, I'm glad it does. I'm glad it
yeah,
does.
like I hoard different interpretations of Serial Experiments Lain like a like fucking Smaug the Dragon. You know, like I just fucking sit on a pile of them. I met this person in another server who said it was about like it was actually a Christian anime about like the second coming of Christ and shit like that. I was like, whoa, sick. So love it,
Sounds
love
fucking
it, love
wild.
All right. Dumb, dumb. Basic question time, Tangelo.
it. Okay,
What's your favorite anime?
Cowboy Bebop, baby, it's the best, it's the king, never tops, never equaled, except sometimes.
Okay. All right. Now people know. All right. Now Tangelo. Now.
Is that the other question?
no. All right. Now you need to repeat after me. Okay.
Uh,
Okay. So. Darkonius, make Will the Dill a mod.
Darkonius, instill 9,000 years of Tangelo supremacy. Step down as mod, please.
Low key based. Low key based.
I'm changing my methods. We gotta be more blunt about it now.
Like whip
No.
out the fucking. We gotta whip out some force on him.
Listen,
We gotta go Dragonforce.
okay, so listen, since people are fucking listening to this shit, the reason I want to be a mod, first of all, is, well, everyone knows me. I'm very active, and I would be responding to people's inquiries and requests on emotes. I actually would.
I do sometimes.
Yeah, of course. But Dark doesn't care.
dude, Dark fucking removed my pog. Like everyone's like, oh, there's no pogs in this server. Fucking cringe mods. There's no pogs. I added pogs. I added like 3 pogs, and Dark deleted them.
Yeah,
He won't-
Feels
because apparently
fucking
he won't
Dark
let it
hates
happen.
Bog, which is the most dark thing you can do. No fun allowed. It's fucking dark.
So,
No fun
feels
allowed.
bad.
No
See,
fun
I
allowed.
literally was like, Will brought this up in like the mod chat, and like I immediately was just like, yeah, I agree. You could be mod.
Yeah. But yeah, as I said earlier, I think it's just he fears my association with our chord, which is mostly people he has a
I'm not
great dislike
sure.
for.
I mean, I'm not sure like what he thinks would happen because I mean they're already about as involved with Digicord as they're ever gonna be.
Yeah. And I've expressed many times my love for the server, both in the server and in our chord defending Digicord. I'm like, listen, yeah, people are not very thoughtful about the things, and they can be a little bit stupid, and like people go off, and like it, it doesn't matter. It's fun. It's fun. We're just friends. Like we don't have to having this weird. Actually, there was this huge debate recently in our chord where uh, people were like expressing like a fucking being uncomfortable about the whole atmosphere of like, well, I can't talk about the things I want to talk about because if I'm not like going to drop a wall, or if I'm not going to like have the
Are you
opinion that other
serious?
people have. Yeah.
My god.
You gotta read. You gotta read it. You gotta scroll up in video talk. It's really a good conversation they had there. Um, I had nothing to say. I was mentioned many times in that conversation because I've been stated as a good influence in the server. Just because I am less scared to just be stupid and post screen caps and like, uh, and also just drop the walls when I want. Yeah.
Fucking got him. Wait, what? Who said that?
But like my whole arc on Violet Evergarden kind of went over that arc, like my personal side of that whole debate.
I love being vindicated with both Attack on Titan and Violet Evergarden because I remember when like years ago it was like everyone was like, oh fucking the Browns, everything's brown,
Brown!
and like and I was always like, guys, it's a good show. And
You
now
go into the Brown
look
store.
look who came crawling back. Look who was right, Mr.Tangelo. Attack on Titan is fucking fun and great and cool.
Listen, I
And, like-
immediately was shilling Attack on Titan from the beginning. When I joined the server, it was like, listen, Attack on
Me
Titan,
as well. Me as well.
it's fucking based.
Based.
Yeah,
also-
it's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
And like
also
when Violet Evergarden was like, the filters, the filters, and then like
yeah,
they
the
still
filters.
watch fucking like, oh my god, it drove me crazy. It's like they aren't even bad. They look it's
fucking
It's a
good.
great looking show.
wait. I gotta lay something down here. I gotta point this out because Will and I have very strong feelings about this, and also we've recently been rewatching Attack on Titan together, and
We currently are.
We currently are up to the beginning of season 3. So, Will,
Epic.
has Attack on Titan magically gotten better? Was season 1 not also fucking incredibly based and amazing?
No, it was always based.
Yeah, it was always
Exactly.
based. If you didn't
Even
like it
season
from
2 was
season 1,
based.
fuck you. Yes, even season 2 is based.
Yeah, I did like season 2 less this time around.
It does have certain production related, and not in the way that it looks, I mean in the sense of the way certain things happened that are.
Yeah, well, it's because they were doing basically 1-to-1 adaptation.
But again,
manga
it's
up to that
it's like
point.
going from a fucking like a 9 to a 8 or like a 10 to a 9. Like it's not anything that's like a giant deal, you know. It's fine. It's still amazing in my opinion.
I mean, it is a giant deal. I mean, scores
Literally
are.
a giant deal. The Titans are big. Get it? It's a joke. I am so funny.
But yeah, listen, it's Brown. It's good. It's great. I love Brown. I run away from the Brown police.
Also I haven't also I haven't seen Violet Evergarden yet, so don't get too deep into anything there because I still gotta watch it.
Oh, yeah,
I still
you
stand by the fact that like Violet Evergarden has really like corny ass villains.
I mean, that's not the fucking point at all.
Well, no, it's not. It's not the point. But I feel like to me it did kind of take away from it.
Listen,
when,
listen.
Like there was that,
I
like, there
went
was that
over
one
those guys.
flashback.
I went over those villains. In my walls, Tangelo. You can read those. I am right now having the opinion that Violet Evergarden is my third favorite anime of all time, and the third anime to rank on the same tier as Kaon in Symphogear. Okay,
That's pretty based. Yeah.
so I don't know what score you have it or like how
I
much you
have
like
it as
it.
like a
I
like a strong
absolutely
7.
love it. I don't know if you've been following the chat, the anime chat, but I've been on Violet Evergarden for more than a month now, um, and
Yeah,
solely talking about that and rewatching it
it's a good fucking show.
all the time.
Um,
It's amazing.
so so
It's
I was gonna throw this out there. Since we're talking about anime, and this is something I thought might be fun to like broadcast because this was something I only learned about recently. But I feel like subconsciously, I've always thought it was kind of weird because like in some anime, I've seen this scenario happen, and it's happened in a lot of stuff. But it's like young Japanese kids going out into parks at night to find like lost slash homeless people, and then just like beating the fuck out of them like to death. And I always thought that was like really weird. Um,
what? Give
yeah.
an example.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it. Or does it? Yeah, I've seen that trope in anime
Yeah.
before
It's not like the most prevailing thing, but I'll give you a specific example because recently I watched Inuyashiki for the first time, and there's a like a big moment in that show. Part of the thing that happens with it is that these kids go, and I think it's a homeless person in that one too. I'm pretty sure that they're going to like beat up, and then the old guy comes in and rescues them or whatever. But essentially, it's they find homeless people and they go out like it's just like young teenage or I guess like 20s whatever kids, and they go and they beat up homeless people almost to like death pretty much. Um, and so I hadn't thought about it too much, but recently in Ohio, because they watched Tokyo Godfathers, because they watch it every Christmas, and so I went in with that group watch, and that might be something that we talk about more in another episode, but yeah, so that it happens in that show too, like these kids go out and they like beat up some homeless people with the intent of like pretty much killing them almost, or very much so like killing them.
I don't know if like it's a thing in Japan specifically, but like it does make sense. Like it does make sense.
Well,
Like it's like when you're a
obviously,
violent kid
like
and you want to beat up someone, like a
obviously, like
homeless
young.
guy is a good choice. He won't
That
have any money to defend himself.
that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. But I think there's a different cultural context in it, Japan, and with it in Japan, it's because like they're not like being productive members of society, you know? Because I think it was Water or somebody else mentioned that because like I brought it up and then somebody else was like, yeah, that's a thing that's like happened like in real life. Like it's like a thing that like people have had to like mention and like try to like stop is just like kids going out and like almost straight up killing homeless people because like the culture has made them like literally just look at them like as not people pretty much. So
I'm sure their opinion would probably change if they had as many like homeless people per person as America does. Because
yeah.
like I feel like with America, it's like we have just so many fucking homeless people that it's like now it's just like damn, I feel you, bro.
It's about to
Feel
be a
you.
lot more homeless people too, and that if you don't get your fucking $2,000.
I got my 600. If this is for all the Amerifats listening, like myself, if you have your direct deposit set up to go to either your checking or your savings account with the IRS for your tax returns in the previous years, you probably have it now because I got my 600 and they might be doing more. They'll probably almost definitely be doing more. So you should check your bank account because you probably have it if you use that method. So
I have like they like mailed it to me like in a check form, and it was like really bizarre because like the letter it like came with a letter. It was like from the president of the United States, Donald Trump.
yeah, I heard
It's
people
like
got those.
love titled.
Are you talking about this one or are you talking about the first one?
The first one.
Yeah, see, I didn't get I got the first one as soon as it came out. Like it just went straight into my bank account. I might be lucky, but I think it depends on how you do your tax returns is how they do it. So,
Yeah, I'm lucky enough that that my father is willing to like just put his stuff in with or put my stuff in with his rather for his accountant because he has like a bunch of fucking like different income sources, so he kind of needs like a fucking accountant to do it all.
yeah.
All right, enough about America being a dumb dystopia.
Oh, fuck off, you fucking.
Say, I don't want to hear
Canuck.
it from you, Canuck.
This is a USA podcast today, brother.
All right, so listen.
Oh, say, can you
You
see
see?
by the
You see, I would sing
the
the Canadian anthem, but I don't know it.
Exactly. Irrelevant leaves.
Fucking burgers ride together and we die together. Of fucking heart disease. Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
Instead, I'll singing the real Canadian anthem, "Godspeed, you Black Emperor."
Hell yeah.
It's not the Canadian anthem.
You can't sing it. You can't sing it because it's just noise. But
at every Canadian football game in the stadium, they play, "We're trapped in a machine."
The car's on fire, and there's no driver at the wheel.
Played over the fucking big speaker. Hell yeah.
Okay, you sold me, Tang.
All right, but Clayton did answer with the meme about Fluxer that we were talking earlier. It's just he goes, "Will people ever tire of mocking, billeting, and making light of autism?" And then everyone goes, "No, no, no, no."
I remember that.
And there's just this other one. You called me retard at least 3 times this week. No, I don't, you fucking retard.
Holy shit.
Oh fuck.
Oh god, no wonder.
I can't believe we talked so much about Digicord and didn't mention Kodo at least once.
Dude, well, I think we
have
mentioned
so
it
much.
briefly in the last episode, and we gotta mention him briefly in this episode as well. Kodo is going to get mentioned every episode, of course, and we'll probably make a Kodo special without or with Kodo, because Kodo is God.
God.
I almost never talk to Kodo. I don't think I've ever interacted with him even once, but he just seems like the most base person alive. I'm gonna be honest.
he doesn't think.
Kodo is I don't know.
Kodo is like that fucking chick from Azumanga, Ochako? No.
Osaka.
Osaka, yes, thank you. The precinct.
I mean, we've already
Yeah,
described
it's
him
just
perfectly.
Osaka.
He's the Chinese AI, just straight up, pretty
That
much,
too.
or Malaysian or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, well.
Which is funnily enough where all those metal toy cars came from as a kid. I always remember that because they say "made in Malaysia" on the bottom. So I always assumed that was where all metal came from because the cars are made out of metal. So of course. Anyway.
Kodo sits. He doesn't think, so he sits all over the fucking political compass, and he has his own meme that he likes to post where, it's all of his quotes all over the political compass, and it's really funny to read. Of course, on the libertarian right corner, his quote is, "Yay, child strippers."
Yeah, Kodo's a big memer. It was really funny last night in the New Year's stream, or not stream, just hangout, voice call, whatever. Because he came on and the first thing that he said, he took a look at my webcam, and because I had my webcam pointed at my monitors and I was playing New Vegas, and he's snipped out the picture of me doing that, and then he posted it in the chat, and then he posted, "E-dubs, is this what a gamer looks like?" Or something like that.
No, it's a gamers.
Yeah,
all in caps.
Is this what gamers looks like? And it was all in caps. It was so fucking funny, dude. God, last night was fucking based. It was so good.
Yeah.
I'm so mad I fucking missed it.
I'm not trying to make you feel jealous, but it was pretty.
No, it's too late. I'm already jealous. I got wagey caged into missing it.
Fucking yeah, it was fun. Pepsi, it's always fun to talk to Pepsi. I've only talked to Pepsi like 4 times. No matter how much drunk he is, it's always fun.
Dude, imagine,
Dude.
dude. Honestly, there's like there's people like I mean like basically most people like including I think both people here, but there's a lot of people that I would be so excited to do psychedelics with, in the server. I would never want to do psychedelics with Pepsu because I think he would just be way too intense. Like he would just lose his mind and like jump out the window or something like that.
I feel like every trip for Pepsi would probably be a bad trip.
Yeah, like you would need to chain him down because he would just go completely insane.
Yeah. Okay. You. I mean, do you have any more like cool stories you want to talk about related to Digicord, Tangelo?
Uh, so I do have one. The greatest post of all time in Digicord that I still like remember like almost verbatim to this day was by a guy named Spider, and like it's like Spider with a Y, and he said something. I don't remember what the context was or why, but he said, uh, even when I'm talking to my own mother, I reach down and finger her. That's just the kind of no nonsense man I am. And it's just like I don't know what. I just remember that quote
What?
every single fucking day of my life.
Excuse me.
That's just the kind of no nonsense man I am. I wanna grow up and be that. Since I'm already grown up.
That sounds like a weird, like extremely dirty version of like a Gintama like thing that would happen almost. I feel like just like completely random fucking bullshit, but like very confidently.
Is that extremely dirty for Gintama? Isn't there a scene where he like shoves the drill in a dude's ass or something?
Yes, yes.
But I don't think I don't think Gintama would ever explicitly go into like fingering, maybe.
Well,
Wait, no, there was a giant penis tower. What the fuck am I talking about? All right, I'm gonna shut up. That yeah, they would totally go there. But yeah,
So I wouldn't know. I've literally only seen like I got those two like filler episodes at the beginning of the Gintama anime. Like those are the only two I've seen. I was like, wow, this is bad.
Gintama would totally do
Oops.
that. They would look at the camera and they would go, haha, we're gonna get canceled. And then
Listen,
they would.
there's an episode of Gintama where the premise is it's the funerals of a guy, but he has a boner, I think, when he's dead, and so things happen, and they get like on a highway chase, and he drops inside of a God, how do you call those in fucking English? The seafood that looks like penises, uh, royal whatever. I don't.
I can't help you. I have no idea.
Anyway, so and you see all of those fucking penises come out the side of the truck, but and so they have to grab like the fucking penises to not fall, and then the wife of the guy grabs one and is like, oh, it's him. I know. I know it's this penis. This is my husband's. Yeah, Gintama is pretty stupid with its penises
So
sometimes.
actually, it's really funny.
There's
that-
also the legendary penile break. Sorry, Dubs. The penile break. Not to
penile
spoil it to you, but they go surfing. I mean snowboarding, and they break on people, and they break with pulling on their boxers and making their dick go in the ground.
What?
It's called the penile break.
What the fuck? Yeah, I could take this into a broader point about how something that I've kind of become aware of after, cause yeah, I've been watching Gintama with my girlfriend, and so something that watching it with her has made me realize is that like uh
Keep going
When-
without me for a
when-
second. I have to piss.
okay.
Go ahead.
Um, whenever like the Japanese, whenever they start getting into comedy, like they really become, and you can say this about America, you can say this about a lot of places, but there's a specific brand in Japanese comedy where they just get really base with everything that they do, and they're just like haha farts and like haha dicks and like haha this like thing happened to this person and you can like see their underwear or something. Like they just go full on like kindergarten in a very like crude way, and they just think it's like the most hilarious thing in the world. And
Yeah, and I mean, it is hilarious in Gintama, but
yeah,
obviously what makes it work is that it's not just that. It's that it has like
yeah,
a lot
absolutely.
of baggage to back this shit up.
Yeah, absolutely. That's true as well. But it's just something that I feel like especially Japanese humor, like they it's just one of those things where
Oh!
there's such a culture of extremes where they can seem very like serious and composed and all that other stuff in some facets of the way that they behave, and then in other ways they just they just act like grown toddlers. Like they're just completely
Yep.
like it's
Who are we
it's
talking
super
about?
funny.
Okay, we're still talking about Japanese humor in Gintama. Um,
Oh, okay.
well, I mean, it's one of the messages of Gintama in a way. The thing about like you you won't have fun in life if you're not a kid. So you better stay a kid your whole life, right? It's,
Yeah,
it's
pretty
like
much.
Gintoki keeps reading Shonen Jump.
Yeah.
Japanese humor is really interesting because it's always felt very like gag based, like in like a more traditional sense of a gag, like a you see those like those street performers who do comedy. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like those, like almost like an improv or something. It's cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then there's Nichijou, which is its own thing entirely.
Yeah, well, so like anime just kind of takes it to levels where I don't think they ever could before.
Yeah, anytime that we say Japanese humor, just imagine the like little greater than symbol like before it, like it's 4chan.
Yeah.
Like that's always the big meme is just fucking Japanese humor. Just like with some kind of screenshot or video, and
All
it's
right.
just like some
What do
really
you guys
shitty anime
think?
humor.
What do you guys think is the funniest anime of all time? I would say Detroit Metal City personally.
Gintama.
I would almost, well, shit, would I say Gintama?
You
I might
will.
they, there's there's a lot of anime that um um is really surprisingly funny, especially that I've been finding more recently. Um uh I would struggle to think of stuff that has made me consistently laugh. Like there might be some episodes in something, or there might be something
Yeah,
short
yeah.
that has made me just laugh. But
Such a huge amount of laughs and so concentrated, like in each episode. Gintama by far. Like
yeah,
it's kind of incredible how consistently funny it is.
yeah. I mean,
It
I
never gets old, even if it's like the same running gags. It's
like
there's always like a small twist on them. That's like, well, that's absolutely genius.
yeah, like if I could sell if I could sell you on Gintama in any kind of way, Tangelo, like basically the thing that I would tell you is that and granted I'm not finished with it yet. I'm like a little under a third of a way through, but the thing with Gintama is essentially that because like it does referential humor, but there's plenty of other stuff that does referential humor, and it has running gags, and there's plenty of other stuff that has like running gags. Like neither of those two things are necessarily entirely unique to Gintama, but the thing with Gintama is that the way that it goes about doing its structuring and the way that it tells its jokes and the way that it has its little arcs, like mainly like the way that it does its little character arcs, and it like basically the coolest thing about Gintama is that there is never a single instance in Gintama where I see like a side character and I don't instantly remember everything about that character. I don't
Yeah.
remember like I remember their names, I remember the little arcs that they had, I remember their personalities. So and the
Well,
early
see,
episodes are amazing, but like later on, like it's
yeah, it,
so
it it builds
yeah.
on itself so constantly. So when you reach episode 200 and 300, it it keeps getting better at that point still, because you have more and more baggage going into those episodes, and it just makes everything funnier. And Nyard said that before, and I agree with it. Gintama is just the best written anime. And so whatever genre it wants to be in the moment, it will do it the best.
I also feel like with Gintama, like probably one of the biggest like long running issues that people have with very long Japanese series is that it's very easy for people that maybe experienced a beginning part or a later part to just feel completely alienated, because the series changes so much over time and so much of what it was unrecognizable. Or if you watch the beginning of it but not necessarily the later parts of it, then the later parts of it become unrecognizable and it doesn't feel like something that you identify with. Like famously Naruto had that issue. And Gintama just doesn't at all. Like it's constantly utilizing everything that it ever has before all at once, and it's just like incredible.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'll watch it at some point. I always intended to, after realizing that those 2 episodes that I didn't like were not even like the joke was that they were bad filler episodes at the very start of the show. Like
they were made for the manga readers.
Yeah, like
at the time in 2006. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not the best. I like them obviously on rewatch.
I was gonna ask you that, Will. I'm sure they're like a million times better in retrospect.
Yeah, on rewatch they were much better, but yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of watching things, me and Edubs have group watched a lot of things together, but yeah, we. Well, speaking of group watching and funny animes, we group watched Nichijou and Lucky Star, which are both also extremely funny.
Yeah, Lucky Star is based, so is Nichijou. I feel like we did it more though. Weren't there others that we did, or was it just us two?
Have you guys seen Detroit Metal City though?
I haven't seen
half of it. I've seen half of it. I was watching it with a friend.
So good. I
should
genuinely.
Yeah.
That was one of the first anime that like genuinely made me bust a gut like that. Well, I think it really helps like that the pacing is really fast paced too. I kind of like fast paced comedy like that.
Like you just say rape 10 times in a second.
Yeah, and there's an episode where like for a kid is like dying of cancer, he's like, "Don't worry, kid, just for you, I'm gonna say rape 11 times to beat my record." And so it like has it like in slow motion, like just barely. He's like,
"Wait, what?"
Oh fuck!
Detroit Metal City is based. It is fucking based.
Yeah,
I need to just watch it eventually. All of it. Yeah.
I would group watch more stuff with you and Dark Will, but like you guys go so fucking fast. Like I tried to.
Even.
Oh my god, you do though. Like for me at least. Like I tried to catch up with you guys on like Votom so I could watch it again, and it was like, it was like I fucking watch like 2 episodes a day. And then you guys would be like, "Yeah, where are you at, bro? We're at like episode 30." It's like, oh man.
Okay, Votons we were going fast, but we've really slowed down after Votons for Pat Labor, and then after Pat Labor, well, we didn't watch anything until just now with Galliant, and yeah, it's only like 2 or 1 episodes a day. So yeah.
I ain't wrapping up shit. He does. We're going all night. I don't work tomorrow.
What do you mean? You're not supposed to read that, you idiot.
Oh, I'm reading it. I'm exposing all your secrets. I can't believe Edubs went on an 8-minute rant about Jews in the Gulf War in the chat.
I can't believe Edubs also hates Jews, but he also hates all of Germany and especially Dark.
What? Like, no. What? No.
Edubs, what are you?
My war!
War!
Monster!
Alright, but That's a great fucking OP though, right? Like the new Attack on Titan.
I think it's
You know
my
what?
favorite.
I'll be straight up. I didn't like it when I first like watched it. Granted, that didn't have lyrics, and then when I found the lyrics, I was like, all right, hold on, wait a minute. You know what? I
Dude,
am.
it's Shinsei Kamante-chan. It's so good.
Listen. I am very sonically oriented, though. I do think that the more normal sounding ones, I still think I like some of them better. But I will say that this one is a banger. It's great. It's amazing.
Hell yeah,
Dude,
it's good.
Edubs, you like Proto Man and you like normal sounding music?
I would say Proto Man is pretty normal sounding.
Yeah, normal.
I know. I
It's
was,
just
I
really
was,
good.
I was going to recommend him Operation Mindcrime, like I did to you.
Oh, yeah. I would recommend Operation Minecraft.
I mean, you know where I'm at, but you can always hit me up with the recommendations.
Yeah, but I feel like it's hard for you to. I'm still waiting on you to listen to Flood by Forest.
I'll do that tonight, bro.
Uh.
I'm drunk. I don't gotta go to work. I don't gotta get up until like
Dude, you
10
gotta.
tomorrow.
Okay, you listen to Flood tonight. I'll listen to it with you.
Okay.
Listen, you fucking normies, you motherfuckers are gonna listen to Russian post-punk and you're gonna like it.
Yeah, I love Russian post-punk.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what that is off the top of my head, but I'm sure I'll like it.
Listen, Russian post-punk, nasheeds, gothic country, sea shanties, fucking neoclassical darkwave, best genres of all time. Can we talk about how like there are like countries who just genuinely I think are just made to do like a certain genre like better than everyone. Like I feel like the Japanese do shoegaze better than like literally anyone.
Japanese
'Cause,
do
I like
do punk rock better than anyone.
mm,
I think they generally
I
do
wouldn't
like
say
indie
that.
rock better than anyone. Like
I can't agree with that one.
It's really controversial to say anyone, but I mean I love Japanese rock, so
I don't get me wrong. I fucking love J-rock, but specifically, I think like shoegaze fits like the Japanese vocal palette like way better than like or at least they fit shoegaze rather better than anyone because like that sort of like how high pitched a lot of like Japanese women can get. It's like it feels like so much more ethereal when it's like one of those voices as opposed to like I don't know, that dude from like My Bloody Valentine or whatever. And don't get me wrong, I fucking love Loveless. Like that is an amazing masterclass album, but like then you listen to like fucking oh man, I'm drawing a blank. I'm fucking up. I want to say Meat Gazer, but that's a fucking Vocaloid.
it's really funny
Say-
because
you know the point.
I think just because of our cultural context, we would easily be like biased towards American, Canadian, British, and Japanese music, and like basically no other country.
No. See, this is what I was leading into. Is that like I feel the same way about Russians and post punk. I think Russian like the way Russian like the language sounds and like their accent like it just fits post punk so much better than
That's
anyone
true.
else.
That's true.
Because like and especially. I think part of the reason why their rock scene thrives so fucking hard right now is because like rock music wasn't even legal until like the late 80s over there. So like they have so much to fucking expand upon. Still.
They bursted the bubble.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we can get a Russian on here, Comrade. I don't know if Comrade's going to be good on the podcast, but
Real quick, I wanted to mention the fact that like 80% or like half of all like so-called Russian post-punk is actually from Belarus and Ukraine and not from Russia.
Yeah, so we can call it Soviet post-punk.
Well, I was thinking more like it's still Russian because post-punk because they're speaking Russian.
Right.
But like
Right.
I feel like it's important to establish that.
Yeah, most of these countries don't like Russia.
Supposedly Belarus really likes Russia, but also I don't think they like it. I don't know. I think it's kind of controversial right now. They're fighting over it. As far as I can tell from a Sir Swag news group, anyway.
So Tangelo, you're the real music expert. Who has the best taste in Digicord? That's not you.
Oh God.
I mean, you only got two options because there's only two per people who post in music chat.
See. Well, let me think of all the people who post in music chats. You got
Yep.
Hub. Well, Hub doesn't really post in there anymore, does he?
No.
Oh, yeah, he does. I forgot he's tax man.
Kendrick
You got Hub. You got Will. You got me.
and Captain Wriggle
and-
Muncher.
Yeah. Captain Wiggle Muncher, and Team America.
And
And,
Kikoma.
Kikomon, yeah.
I refuse to believe that Kendrick isn't black.
Yeah. It's
Oh yeah.
it's the big meme.
Fuck you, Kendrick.
Hub is
You're not
Kendrick.
white. You're not white.
You better
Honest-
listen, Kendrick. When you come on the podcast, you better act black and as you are Kendrick Lamar, like the actual Kendrick Lamar, and like you better act like it. Okay. Feed our fantasies.
All right. Listen. All I'm gonna say is Will likes the Proto-Man. He likes electro-industrial and industrial rock. Therefore, he is based.
Based. That's
That Will guy, you might know
yeah.
him.
Sometimes I wish I didn't.
Yeah, as I've said,
Like,
as I said
recently
on
when
the
I-
first episode, I don't listen to music enough, but like a lot of J-Rock, fucking Kendrick Lamar, fucking
We can make you listen to music.
fucking Gorillaz, fucking Proto Men.
Listen.
Yeah.
After the first episode, since we kind of like talked about our beginnings in Digicord, I searched up the history of my messages, and I went to the oldest messages, and Jesus Christ, that I like it's a completely different climate, just like a year and a half ago, and it's like absolutely crazy, and I am not the same person at all.
It's funny because like the whole like the era of Digicord where like the Nyardcore people were like first there and prevalent. I was like not there for it all. Like that was like the period of Digicord where like I fucked off to Ohio and I like did not even like look at Digicord for like a long time, and then I came back and it was like all these like Nyardcore people are like. And you know, like there's this whole other like fucking culture. It's like, oh, hello.
And see, when I joined, I mean, we in Egypt joined. It was like a few months after the Nyardcore migration, and so a lot of them were still talking a little bit, but like 1 month in, it was only like Nyard Comrade and maybe Tundi, but like, and then when I joined Nyardcore later on, I just re-saw all the names that I had seen when like I first joined Digicord, and I was like, so that's where these people went.
Yeah.
There's this
Oh.
there's this big meme in our cord where it's like, oh, Digicord is like the fishing grounds where they go and take the based people and then assimilate them into our cord.
I really I find it interesting how like involved Arcord is with Digicord still, because with Ohio it's like a lot more isolationist, and we've more or less cut most of our ties with Digicord like
Yeah.
culturally.
Yeah. That's Nyard brought that up too. It's like, oh yeah, we're not like the Ohio ethno state.
When are you guys gonna fucking play us in Smash? By the way,
I wasn't there for that. Okay,
I don't
can't.
think we have a lot of smashers in Digicord. Like we have a few, like I think like Cap and Voice Slut and some others, but I don't think we have that many.
Voice seems pretty good. She plays with Lydia a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I listen. I had like everyone in the group chat. Everyone was ready to go. Like I had it all set up, and it was like, okay, when we doing this? And it was just like total radio silence. Like everyone just fucking like dropped off the map. I was like, well, okay, I guess it's not happening.
And it's funny because when Rogel made the AMQ tournament, immediately with fucking Ohio Nation. Wait, Ohio Nation wasn't. Yeah, you guys were in there.
Digicord Supreme. Who beat us? Was it Zencord? Were they
Oh,
the
yeah,
only ones
Ohio-
who beat us?
No, the people
Ohio was
who
in there, but I wasn't on their team.
the people who beat Digicord was Riders Retirement Home, which is a server with
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with them being sick base chads at number 1, but we got number 2, bro. We're supreme over everybody else. Let's go,
Yeah,
including
yeah,
you,
you did.
Will, you traitor, bitch.
the big game. Listen, we were solid third, and our match against Digicord was really close. Okay,
Come back, Will. Your people need you.
I am
Alright.
back.
I feel-
Look at this
dude,
podcast I'm doing.
Pantsu,
No, this is
Pantsu
big
fucking
meme.
went MIA.
Yeah, Pansy.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
wasn't the last thing the Oh god, I kind of don't want to talk about this. This feels like shitty drama. But the fucking Ethan Ralph with the fucking pool thing.
Oh yeah, where she was like, I wasn't gonna bring it up because I didn't know if like anyone knew, but
Yeah, I don't know
pretty
anything
sure-
other than that. This is just in case I get sued. I'm not trying to. What do you call that? Defaming, not defaming, something else.
Slander.
Yeah, slander. Yeah, slander.
So all I know is she got is her and Ethan Ralph were skinny dipping on a stream and they got swatted.
Well,
And
she
got
said
by
later there was a
like-
towel and that there was no skinny dipping. I didn't see a towel, but she said that there was a towel, so there might have been a towel. So it might.
I think. I thought she was. Wait a minute. Like, she brought the towel in the pool. What?
Yeah, I don't. No, I think she had. I think she meant like she had it at the side of the pool. Look, bro. I
Oh
don't.
no, yeah, she did.
Okay, like yeah, I don't know.
But she was like, I don't know. I only saw like the clip once, but all I know is that happened, and then she went off the grid for like 3 weeks. So
Yeah, but
some shit must have
anyway,
went down.
Well, okay. Back to music.
back to music. Yeah, quick, go.
Tangelo, what's your? Be careful what you say here, but what's your opinion of the Mars Volta?
I listened to. Alright, I have not given them a fair shake, but I listened to like the Mars Volta album like years ago, and I was like, I didn't really like it because it had like spoken word vocals over like a guitar. It was kind of fucking not my vibe.
Okay, fair enough. You should listen to Francis the Mute.
It was Francis the
God damn it.
I'll try it again.
It has the meanest, most crazy ass guitars ever. Probably the best prog rock album of the 2000s.
Yo, hold on. It is not better than Porcupine Tree's Fear of a Blank Planet, okay? Fear of a Blank Planet is a
Which one is that?
fucking master.
I know
It's by
Porcupine Tree, but
It's the one with like the kid's face on the cover.
okay. I do like this one. I much prefer Francis the Mute.
Xbox is a god to me. I love that album. It's seriously like top 5 albums of all time. I fucking love that. It's sad too because I go and listen to Porcupine Tree's other stuff and like none of it is even close to as good. Like what the fuck? What happened?
I agree with that. I like the song Russia on Ice, and that's their like outside of Fear of Blank Planet, that's their only song I've like really liked and listened to over the years.
It's sort of like I had the same deal with Modest Mouse for a long time where like I really fucking just love the shit out of Good News for People Who Love Bad News, and I still do, one of my favorites ever. And then like I listen to all their other stuff, I'm like, this is good, this is fine, but like all it makes me want to do is listen to like Good News for People Who Love Bad News again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
it's a nightmare.
Yeah. It's
E-dubs, you like J-Rock? Have you heard Mass of the Fermenting Dregs?
So I've seen it posted a few times. I want to say that I've maybe looked at it once or twice. I haven't really given it a serious listen though. No.
Really should. They're like.
I just know that it has the weird coked out lady on the front.
Yeah.
Or
Mass
I think
Fermenting
she's
Drake
coked out.
is good. Is good. It's not my favorite, though. At all.
I don't know like the name of it, but like the one Master of the Fermenting Dregs album with that they made in like 2010, with like the bubbles on it. Fuck, I'm not gonna translate that, but the one with like the first full album they made that wasn't like an EP. That one's like one of my favorites ever. It's really great.
I'm just listening
But now,
to Mars Volta right now. I'm
Now
just
we're getting into like the film slobs pit hole where like we're just like, bro, remember that?
yeah,
It's sick, bro.
dude.
It's
You know this
sick.
album? Oh, it's so good. Holy shit,
Bro, dude, it's sick. Remember that other thing? Bro, it's sick, bro.
dude. So, why haven't you continued Symphogear?
Because I'm a fucking bitch. That's why.
That's right. That's right. Correct.
Shit. I should fucking. I keep meaning to like just sit down and watch it all, but like in one sitting, but I never do. It's the it's fucking video games all over again. Where like, I never feel like I can play video games because I always feel like I have to free up a whole day to play a video game significantly so I can get immersed in it. But then like I never do.
Yeah,
Dude,
I don't
fucking-
play games.
Fucking Neo 2 is coming out in February on the PC finally, and I'm just ready for my fucking life to be gone. I'm gonna make.
Look at this fucking nerd who still plays Neo after Sekiro came out.
This guy.
Listen, oh my god, dude. Even if you're saying that as a meme, I fucking hate you for saying that. Dude,
Bro,
come
why
on.
would you play Neo when Ghost of Tsushima is out?
Oh
bro?
my god. Why do people compare those games ever? It's so stupid.
Dude,
Why?
why would you play ever any of those games when you could have played Ninja Gaiden back in the day?
I did play Ninja Gaiden. I played it on the I played it on
Why
the
aren't you
Wii-
still playing it?
I played it on the fucking Wii Virtual Store thing.
Don't
Yeah.
worry. I played Dark Souls 1 in 2011, and then I basically just said, okay, look, the cultural zeitgeist is over. We won video games. We
Video
beat
games is over.
Dark Souls
But then they
1
came back
is the
alive with
king.
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne is great too. I still think Dark Souls 1 is by far the best
No,
Souls game. though.
no, it's
Oh
Bloodborne.
man, you crazy.
It's
I
Bloodborne.
love.
Listen.
I love
Here's
Bloodborne.
the thing. Here's the thing with Bloodborne. All right, I fucking love Bloodborne. You're not gonna catch me
What's
saying
the smell?
much of a bad thing about Bloodborne. Okay.
It's the
But-
smell of bad opinions.
Okay, sure. But listen, here's my thing with Bloodborne, all right? Listen. I know that some people have a different opinion on this when it comes to RPGs, even action RPGs. I know some people think that my immersion. I can't. Why would I respec? You can't respec in life. Forehead. Listen, every game should have a fucking respec. If it doesn't have a respec, I'm not playing your RPG. You can fucking kill yourself. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. You're an asshole. I'm not gonna replay the fucking early part of the game a million times. Especially when some of it is as fucking tedious as Bloodborne's like very earliest game is. I'm sorry. I think as like a just go through it maybe once or twice experience, I think Bloodborne's amazing. I think getting any experimental characters up and running.
I've done
is
like
just
20
way too-
Bloodborne playthroughs.
Yeah, I don't care. I think it's a giant slog, and I think that it shouldn't be like that. But other than that, yeah, it's a great game. Other than that, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Edubs, I agree. I was gonna say like the same thing. Where like it really feels that like any weapon that isn't like that is like a non-conventional weapon is just like completely useless. Like,
Wrong.
you could theorize. I mean, no, it is not wrong because like imagine saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna do a run where I only use the fucking boom hammer. The boom hammer fucking sucks. It's useless.
No,
It's garbage.
okay. So listen.
Like,
Listen,
why would I
know
I've done
exactly.
runs
No.
with the
Listen.
fucking Logarius wheel,
Listen.
okay?
Oh my god, you can
This
tell it's getting
shit
heated
drains
because
your
Souls
fucking
is being
HP.
talked about. Okay. Listen. I understand the
Sound like a
disconnect here.
filthy vile blood.
I understand the disconnect here. Listen, Will, I understand what you're saying. Fucking Tang is stupid. Every weapon ever has always been usable in pretty much all these games for the most
Alright,
part.
that's not literally
Listen.
what I meant.
Okay,
It's not
I don't even care.
okay.
I don't even
Wait,
care about
let
like
me
level
finish
design
though. Let me
or
finish though. Let me
anything
finish
like
though.
that. Okay, I just want to play Bloodborne, and then I fucking start playing the thing, and I start smashing a guy in the head, and my character just goes, and then you see your HP go down, and then you keep hitting it, and your HP goes up, and it's just so visceral. You're so in the fucking game, you just can't stop, and then you fucking walking like a fucking river of blood. And you reach the end, and there's a rape horse from Berserk, and he goes, "Dude, you're dead." And then he's like halfway through the fight, he drops his sword, and it turns out he's like a knight, and then he fucking steps up like a human, even though he's like 10 legs and 20 arms and 2 heads and 10 mouths, and then he has his fucking sword, and the music goes. And then you're like, ah! It was the hardest boss of all time. I died 100 times, and I just got to half his health, and now I gotta do it again because I was so fucking shocked by the music and the epicness of the scene that I died immediately.
Well,
and I was glad to do it again.
Is that I didn't find it particularly hard, but anyway.
Oh, it's much harder than Dark Souls. Any Dark Souls game.
Maybe if you didn't play like a whole ton of the previous series, maybe that's the problem. But I still, I don't even have a problem with it. I love the difficulty. I'm just saying I don't think that. Well, maybe in some respects, I don't like too much of Bloodborne has the weird Amelia. I'm just gonna do a bunch of chain attacks and I have hyper armor and that's fun to deal with, right? And it's like, no, it's not that fun really, but yeah.
You can just one-shot Amelia. Vicar Amelia, you can just one-shot her.
Yeah, no, I know. That's not the problem. It's just
throw oil at her.
I'd rather have
smash her with a fucking fire paper.
No. That's cool. That's cool, but you do that one. You do that like twice, maybe 3 times, and you're like, okay, that's neat. I'd rather do something a little bit more interesting now.
Dude, they should make a fucking game. They should have Bloodborne 2 be a Bloodborne game, but it's like Dishonored. So you're like a ninja guy in the Bloodborne city, killing beasts and shit.
But that would just be like a Dishonored 3. Bloodborne
yeah, it's like Dishonored but Bloodborne but Dishonored.
Dishonored's cool. I didn't play the second one, but I love the first game. The first game's sick. I think I've talked about. I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast. I really like, just because I'm very impatient, but I also think stealth is cool. I think games that have, I guess what I would call like aggressive stealth, is something that comes to mind when I think
like
about
Wolfenstein.
Well, I didn't really play Wolfenstein, but.
I love Wolfenstein.
But for example, like Metal Gear Solid 5, I love the feel of that game. I love that as long as you know nobody's watching you, you can just sprint at a fucking guy like full speed, like 20 miles an hour, and then just shoulder slam him, and he goes flying into a wall, and he's like knocked unconscious, and it's stealth, Or like fucking Dishonored, where you can time stop and then run through and then trank like 4 dudes and then like grab another guy and like knock him out. That's stealth though. Like it's like aggressive stealth. I love that shit, dude. It's so fun. I find that shit so fun. Mostly because a lot of it isn't actual reflexes, it's just preparation. And I think the preparation part's like the most interesting thing. But yeah.
Yeah, bro, I love Alien Isolation.
I actually haven't played that one yet. I heard it's a good game though.
Dude,
it's alright. It's a good game, but like like some people call it a good stealth game. It's like, no, it's a decent horror game. And even then, like fucking what's that one about like the photographer who goes to like that insane asylum?
I don't remember.
Outcast.
Yeah, it might be Outcast. I don't know, but that one's just like literally the same exact game but better.
Anyway, video games are cool, but I don't play them.
I have not. I haven't played a mainstream video game in like 2 years.
What do you mean not past 2 hours, E-dubs? We're already past 2
God
hours.
damn it!
I
That's
want-
not.
I want
You're
every-
not
alright,
supposed to read that. You fucking.
I want every single like the moment that this podcast hits 140 in the video, I want like Edub's like getting close to 140. Let's wrap it up to be like just on the screen at all times.
All right, but I guess we can wrap it up soon, though. I mean, I don't really have any more things I really want to talk about.
Yeah, this has been based.
This-
Do you have any
this particular-
final thoughts, Tang?
Fuck! I give my final thoughts like 40 minutes.
All right.
Give your final thoughts on life in general.
Life is pretty good.
Good enough. Yeah. That's
I would give life like a 7.
a 7. Yeah, that's a very Kiko take right there. All right.
Play fighting games, everyone. Do it.
No, don't. What?
No. Yeah, fighting games are based. Let's talk about fighting games.
Okay,
Let's
Dragon
go,
Ball Fighters.
baby.
Maybe another episode. But yeah, everybody should. They're great. All right. Will, anything?
No. Watch Symphogear make me a mod.
Okay. All right. Well, this has been.
Next time's gonna have Miki on.
Yeah, Miki's gonna be based. All right. Well, that's been Digicord Radio 2. Have a nice day, everybody. Happy New Year.
The title for this episode will be Went Dragonforce.
True.
Very true. Okay.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.